Okay. 713 million. We just entered the 700 million club in a water day. And today, as usual, we're gonna review the video. But I'm gonna share something crucial that is actually, I believe, is gonna be game changing moving forward for all of our Power of Destruction. Because we did something different today. And mostly in our team composition, we used Ana Ruiz, we removed Libora and used Ana Ruiz instead. Okay? So when I run Libora in this lineup, I only got about 420 M. Really hard. And I got this 446 M. Maybe I'm lucky, but I got this in one run. I didn't have to repeat this lineup. I think what I did in team number 1 is actually something that I will now do in every single element if possible. So now let's go ahead and review the video. Alright, here we go everybody for our run number 1 with Maylin, Alicia, and Ana Ruiz. So you might be wondering why we're using Ana Ruiz now with Alicia. Later you're gonna see. We're just splitting up so that we can divide the firepower, but assisted, just real quick. Okay, bad RNG on these skills. So we're kind of slow in terms of breaking the first hands. And that's also because, okay, let me just pause this real quick. So we're kind of slow during the first few seconds because we don't have enough DPS. Because the reason is I put the wrong item on Ana Ruiz and I put the wrong weapon on Ana Ruiz as well. But I think this still worked out fine. We still got 446 M, I believe, here. Let me just rewind that back again. HP of hand low, almost dead. Look for a shadow step opportunity. So we got this line, luckily. This is our favorite. There is a delay time as soon as they appear. You can freely do your shadow step there. And then into the burst skills, plus the moon shadow. And just like that, we were able to do an immediate ultimate on the first break. Okay? The reason we can do that is that we have Maylin at A3. Okay? A lot of people are underestimating the A3 of Maylin. It's really good, guys. I told you. And also, I used the Rear Descent set there, the concentration of firepower, to increase the skill cast so that she can do more skills and also, in turn, give us more power gauge for that timing. Okay? So, we got that initial Shadow Step ult combination. She's good. So, we're just gonna try to find our next opportunity. There you go. Just keep on hitting this. Actually, I forgot to mention something. But let's take a look at that afterwards. Okay, after this one. So we were not able to do a shadow step here, but anyhow we still got some help from the poison or the defense decrease debuff of Ana Ruiz. That's pretty good, but let me just rewind it back. So here it is at the 310 mark. We actually got Burning Grid effect. So the reason I put Ana Ruiz here and removed Libora is so that we can get the Burning Grid, which gives us 15% crit rate and crit damage 30% buff. So that's her only purpose here. Well, not the only purpose, but the main purpose I put her here because she has a break skill. She is an attack type unit, although I made a mistake on her gears here. I thought I was using Nam. This is one of the new things that I'm gonna incorporate in my playstyle and my team composition from here on, because that's really big. 15% crit rate and 30% crit damage. And if we build her up, she's an attack unit, she will also benefit from Maylin. And she's also water type, so she's gonna benefit from Maylin. So this one's really good comp. Really good comp, guys. She also has a defense decrease debuff. We're still a bit low on the points, but don't worry. As we have mentioned in episode 7, and if you're just starting to watch my content now, watch episode 7. This is not a race, but a game of timing, okay? It's okay to not get the maximum performance in the first 2 minutes. That's okay. So we didn't have some good shadow steps there, but that's okay. As long as we can save that for the ultimate, I think we're gonna be fine, because we want our ultimate to be pulled off when we have shadow step. This thing right here, again, time and time again, guys. This line is what we're always gonna have to wait for. Look, I saw that line and just immediately ran away. I don't need to break the hands. Okay, their hands are low. Okay, I even used a dash there. Bam. And now, big play. And by the way, guys, there's no repeat run. This is my first run using this lineup. And it's crazy. So, just a review, guys, if in case you haven't watched episode 7, but I do want you guys to, if you're new here, like, really watch that. It's gonna change everything. Like, it's gonna help you a lot in terms of improving your Power of Destruction score, especially if you're struggling now. Okay, so we run towards the end. Was able to get an extreme evasion into the shadow step. Now that will give the Lunar Blessing debuff, and we have the shadow step debuff, and now we have the poison debuff, which decreases the defense as well, and also stacks with the shadow step. Okay, so and then we use an amplifying draw to the first skill, Annihilation, and then we're gonna use the Moon Shadow again, amplifying draw into the ult. Amplifying draw A3 plum, guys. And 180, 200M. See? The timing. It's just like we weren't doing great towards the, like, at the beginning, but just one timing and we caught up with the score. Okay, so let's take a look at that again and see how much we did there. So first shadow step at 117 million. The scores 150M now. Prior to the ult, 154M. Just like that, we got millions and millions, and 183M now. Oh my goodness. I don't know how much damage it dealt. And 2.1M, that's probably from the vertical arc sequence explosion. Break state, improved damage on break state. 208M, 2-minute mark. 210M. Wow. I'm impressed. This is me, but I'm also impressed to, like, see how it works. Like, I'm not impressed at myself, but I'm impressed that it's possible in this game. Like, really. And now we have our golem. We already talked about this in episode 9 on how to burst down the golem. And every damage, increased damage taken, received mechanics can actually soften the golem so that you can burst it down even without breaking the shields. So we use the Moon Shadow there, immediate burst. Wow, knowing all this, I'm not even, like, worried anymore about the golems, things like those. Wow. Okay, so hand. Okay, I know what's gonna happen here. This is it again, the line. And then we got another shadow step, amplifying draw with Moon Shadow, ult. Love that attack pattern. We are now 290M. Just like that. Can we rewind that? From 225M, the start of the Shadow Step. Shadow Step 227M. Then we use our skills. 248M, 254M, start of the ult. Whoa, ho, ho. Love to see those. You'll love to see those. Like 200, we're now at 307 million. A solid hit from Alicia. What the hell? That's like, how much damage was that? That was Alicia, I think. She's too strong. Okay. The attack pattern again. Okay. Then once you see that, just run towards the outside part. Then try to get that extreme evasion. And now we're gonna do a lot of damage once again. From a bad start, and with just a few shadow steps, with the timing on the ult, we're now at 383M. Right? And then are we getting another one here? Oops. Probably not. Our ult is a bit delayed. So we'll probably, I forgot. Probably I'll just throw an ult towards the arms maybe. Amplifying draw. And just ult. I actually mistargeted that one, but that's okay. I'm facing the other side, but you kind of want to target the other hand if you want to hit them both with ults. So just change target, and the other hand on the other side must be the target if you want to damage both hands. So yeah, we got 446M. So I'm gonna pause this now, and then I went straight into the review. Okay, let's go. Okay, so I'm gonna register this now. We got some pretty good shadow steps there, but I did not expect this. We use Ana Ruiz, and this is the new meta. Okay, so that was our first run, and this is like literally, guys, the first run. There's no repeat there. And prior to this run, I actually tried Libora. This one, as you can see, she was fully set up. And I just uploaded my guide on artifact sets, right? And I realized, because I was just like testing the grid set, and I realized that, oh, we have Ana Ruiz. She's got break skills, right? And we used Sauce grid set on her, these 4 accessories, and they have as armors. Like literally, these are just like trash. Well, they're not totally trash, but they're not even enhanced. Oh my goodness. So the concept here was that I felt like the crit rate 15% as well as the crit damage 30% is a lot better than a Libora who can debuff with damage taken increase, but not all the time, right? Because this is gonna be, once the burning grid was up, like literally you're gonna feel the difference. And reaching almost 450M, I did not repeat the run anymore, but I believe I can improve that. And oh boy, I'm gonna do it on Saw as well. I'm gonna do it on the second team as well. This might mean a new meta. Like every lineup now should probably have a breaker with a grid set and a super DPS and a support. It's 446M. It's a lot better than our previous one. The previous one was 420M. Of course, we did have some improvements in our character, but ultimately, an SR unit, like literally an SR unit. It's true that I did a lot of good shadow steps there, but even in my previous runs, I did a lot of good shadow steps as well. But I felt the difference in terms of the damage. And we've got a lot of enemies here who's at a higher battle tier, like literally higher total power and higher advancements, and we just use Ana Ruiz. We've got a good advancement on Alicia as well. Of course, Alicia is very strong, but man, the green set is doing it. Oh my god, she's attack unit, right? I even used the wrong weapon. I thought she was like an HP based unit because all of our items are HP. Oh boy, this is good. I think we can actually make a grid set now that is attack based, just in case, because there are quite a lot of units here that can take advantage of that. Probably even useless units instead of putting in some kind of an SSR that can deal damage but doesn't take advantage of the weakness. I think we can actually, like, the possibilities are a lot. I even made the mistake. I thought this was HP based. Like, yeah. Well, I forgot because the items we transferred to her was the HP gears from Saw. But you know, that kind of helped her survive as well. So that was. Let's check the gears. Okay, so this is still the same Jinwoo, 35 crit rate, crit damage, attack. Okay, so this is pretty much the same thing that I've been using, except for this one. We haven't tried this in the water, and we've discussed this in episode 8, the break state, and we have proven the break state already. Well, we haven't tested this yet, but it was written in the Power of Destruction mechanics, and here are still the items, still the same. If you've been watching my previous episodes, nothing changed. I changed this one, the Boss Slayer. I changed it to the Boss Slayer. It was originally the Bloodlust, but I feel like it's not gonna be enough to make that difference. And we use SR. That's the key thing here. We use the SR unit with an item with equipment that are not even properly set up. We still use the same skill: break state increase, cutting rush annihilation, and vertical arts secret explosion. The weapon skills still the same. Stats allocation still almost the same. So I'm not gonna be checking on this anymore. If you want to know more about my stats, you can watch episode 7, 8, probably even 6. That's the start of the English one. You're gonna get a lot of valuable insights there. In episode 9, we already know how to burst the golem, but boy, oh my goodness. Let me just show the hunters for just real quick. So there, 16k, crit rate 42, crit damage 170, pen damage increase, water damage 7.75, and this trash. I thought it was an HP unit, but okay. So, and our mail-in, we used the Guardian set still for the damage increase, and then we added the Veer set for faster skill cast, so that she could give us more power gauge acquisition. Okay, here. I think there's not gonna be much explaining to do here anymore. I'll just leave the other topics to you guys, because this video is now gonna be about the grid set and the new meta. This is probably it. This might be it. I did not expect that it would work out well. I can even use Namche now, but of course we don't want Namche, because this one also provides a utility that can decrease defense. So somehow she also helps in that regard. But definitely I'm gonna start building an attack-based grid set now. Even though it's just gonna help a bit, there are some other units that can probably use that, like this one. And I do believe, like, seriously, legitimately believe that the grid set's 15% crit rate is huge, and the 30% crit damage is huge. And it's up all the time. The duration is permanent. Once you get that, it's gonna be really good. So I'm gonna switch some items and then go to the second run. But that's gonna be it for this run. I'll probably remove Libora now. I'll just use Saw, and then just use the half-assed burning set, and then gonna use Min probably with the Guardian set, and then I'm gonna use my Cha. My Cha is now A4, by the way. Alright, so let's go. Alright, so let's go with run number 2. Saw, Min, and Chahin. We've got a lot of improvement in terms of lineup here. I mean, in terms of the progression of these units compared to our previous one. So at least we're expecting really good scores. But you know, lineups with Chahin is actually very inconsistent because the damage would actually depend on whether or not she's gonna be able to throw that ult in the exact moment. Right, so trying to get some Shadow Step. Did we? Okay, we got it. We got the first Shadow Step in. And I think we shouldn't have used our shadows there because that's gonna be a waste. So we got the Burning Grid now at this point, 314. So we're gonna get a huge buff with 15% crit rate and 30% crit damage from here on. So, and also I just kind of want to talk about those shadows because when you add Iron in your shadows lineup, he's gonna have the defense decrease debuff, which is 12%, I believe, for 10 seconds. So I think it's gonna be better not to use the shadows whenever we're successful in the shadow step because the defense decrease probably doesn't stack because it does not override or add something in the status bar of the enemy. So I'm not sure about that, but I do believe that it doesn't stack. But correct me if I'm wrong, guys. So yeah, I think there's a better timing when it comes to using those shadows because they don't deal as much damage anyway, right? So let's proceed with our Heavenly Blessing. A bit late. We didn't do some kind of good ult and power gauge management here, and Cha even missed the ult there. Oh my goodness. They should improve the AI. Okay, line. Did we get it? Okay, so we got it again, the line, but almost very close, almost failed there. And the reason why it's more difficult to get the shadow step here is because our lineup is much weaker compared to the first one in terms of breaking those hands. I used the ult here, and let's see. I used the ult here, and the reason is I won't have any chance to use that anymore afterwards because he's gonna enter that golem phase most likely. So I resorted to just targeting both the hands. So I mentioned in the first run that you can do that by targeting the other side. So targeting is here. Switch the targeting there. As you can see, the enemy target cursor is already there. So, and then press the alt. So both hands will be damaged. And since our damage for now is weak anyway, and our hand breaking capability is also not that good, it's okay to do this, I believe. It's gonna deal damage on both hands. Although the maximum is still the max HP of both hands. But it's still fine, I think. Let's just take a look at how much damage we dealt there. So we got 81.8 million. I think the hand's HP is like 5 million each. Well, I'm not sure. So 93. So that's we dealt around 12 million damage, which is pretty decent because we're gonna be able to focus the head, and then there you go, the shadows. We don't have shadow step, but we have the shadows. Heavenly Blessing, nice timing there. Coincidence, didn't plan for that. So at least we still got some really decent damage there. So it's okay to do that sometimes. So situational. I did not repeat this anymore because I repeated this a lot of times, like not more than 10 times, but that's a lot for me already. So there, we used our ult. And it's now already almost on off cooldown. Okay, not afraid anymore. We know how to burst this. No problem. Damage reduction debuff. Very easy. So we shouldn't fail that anymore. Ooh! Ooh! Lucky. Lucky. The line again. So we're gonna get a good shadow step here again. And again, combination. Oops, we got a heavenly blessing. Nice timing there. Well, we were not able to deal as much damage there, but I think that's still fine. Okay, breaking the hand, 180M mark. Yeah, so I think one of the key takeaways here, and for most of our most recent runs, is that most of the damage are gonna come from after the 2 minutes mark. Right? As long as you get a good shadow step there, you're gonna be able to catch up on points. So we didn't use our ult because we're still waiting for that moment, like the shadow step moment. Will it be it? No. And unfortunately not. Okay, so just the usual ult. Nothing we can do about that. But I think we did a pretty good job here in this run. 260 million, 264, and 266. And that's it. Okay, so I'm gonna pause this here again and just I'm just gonna play it because I went straight into the review. Okay, let's go. 54, right? 254. How much did we actually get? Let's check. Is it our first top score now? Oh my god, this Power of Destruction day is so exciting. Lots of new stuff, and I am happy to see my progress. Oh, we just got 713 million today. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm just gonna answer a call and let's discuss this second run. Still the same for Jinwoo. I actually was meaning to change the boss slayer here because it was kind of hard. I feel like I need to help out the team with the decreased defense so that we can kill the arms faster for that second run. But I think we did manage to still do it. We did a lot of good shadow steps there. Wow. I'm starting. I've repeated that probably around 8 times because the lineup was hard. The shadow step timing most of the time was off the mark because the damage of Saw and Chat there was still slow. But I have to improve my Saw so that we can get a better results there. But ultimately, yeah, still the same pretty much on Jinwoo. Nothing was changed here since the first run. For the Hunters though, we just borrowed the entire set of Alicia that we used earlier. And then here's the stats. Chat, by the way, A4 now. Got lucky from the custom draw. Soon to be A5, hopefully. And if I get this into A5, probably I will be able to catch up on what I've missed because I didn't get Chat. I didn't have the budget for this. Actually, didn't like the kit. I felt like it lacked the utility. So yeah, but anyway, here's the stats. In the Min, I already focused now on the weapon just for the Power of Destruction. I was actually trying to A5 my Saw weapon, but then I feel like this is gonna be giving me more value in terms of other game contents. And so nothing changed here, but I kind of want to point this out. I'm not sure what happened to... So I'm recording this right after the run, so I haven't reviewed the run yet. So I'm not sure what happened to the timing of the ult, but when I used the four piece Viri necklace, it was always off the mark. Okay, and so what I did was to just break the set and nothing else. Just break the set so that his skill cast will be delayed somehow. I'm not sure if it worked out well, and I don't want to repeat that again because we kind of don't have enough time for that. So I think we still did pretty well there. That's a high score because my previous runs prior to that was like 220m, 240m. So we actually did a great job in that run. And our saw again, so after the run on Ana Ruiz, I actually just enhanced this to plus 15 just so that we could push for the 700M, but we got 713M instead. I got nervous because I thought it was like we need 264 million. I thought we needed 264 million, but it was only 254 million. So I was kind of like push towards the end. But yeah, so happy. 700M, big achievement. Definitely a huge progress. Lots of progress, and I'm happy to see that because our previous one is only 640, I believe. So this is big. This is actually big, and I did not use Libora anymore. I don't have use for Libora anymore in a water day. Libora, go away. Don't need you. But guys, now we have an idea for our next runs. We have this one with a break skill for the dark day. We have this one with a break skill for the dark day. Anyone, if you're lacking some pretty decent unit, you can actually just add someone with a break skill and then just add an 8-piece grid set, and that's gonna help your team still. I think that's gonna be it for this video, guys. And so if you like more of these types of contents, please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, because there will be more. And for those of you guys who are just watching this episode 10, I highly do recommend that you start watching episode 6, 7, and 8 and 9 as well if you want to level up your Power of Destruction game. I shared a lot of things there. You're gonna see my progression as well as the other viewers' progression here who are watching and part of our community. You're gonna see how we all improve. Not only me sharing, but I also learn a lot from the comments, from the viewers, and those, and really, this is so exciting. Okay, so just in case your support is still free and you believe in what you're doing here, you like these types of in-depth content, feel free to support me in the SLA Content Creator Program. That's really gonna help me a lot. Thanks so much for watching, and see you on the next one.